All right, guys, so I just picked up this wheel and tire pack for my truck. The wheel is a Black Diamond 801 off-road series, and I'm so excited to get this on a truck, but I had some concerns because it is a matte black finish as opposed to a gloss black. So I have Nick here again from DNA Auto Detail. I love having him on the channel. He is so knowledgeable about stuff like this, and I want to debunk a couple myths about keeping these black wheels clean, or should I say matte black wheels clean. Now, Nick, I want to ask about something I've heard a lot of, and that is that matte black wheels are a lot harder to keep clean because of the texture of them really holds onto the brake dust and the road dirt. And what can we do about keeping them clean, maintaining them, and just long-term longevity?
Well, you're definitely not wrong about this particular matte finish being sort of more difficult to clean. Naturally, when a metal surface, whether it be paint or your wheels, and you paint over them, the paint is naturally gonna have some peaks and valleys in it. In my experience with detailing and applying ceramic coatings and paint and wheel protection, I've seen that the real high temperature heat from big brake kits or just an accumulation of brake dust in these real tight areas, it's particularly hard to clean, I've noticed, on matte finish wheels when they're not cleaned regularly. So in hopes to help Kevin fix that, we are going to apply Ammo Gilee wheel and metal coating to his wheels. And I don't want to say what, a month ago, 2 months ago, we put Blush Pro finishing wax on his truck. And this is a bit different of a product. That is it's a hand wax, and this is, an actual drip ceramic coating. And this is gonna be much stronger. The reason for that is specifically the high heat that is generated by, either big brake kits or, brakes on your truck where you're stopping a lot more weight in essentially the same amount of time. This is gonna be an excellent solution for you, and I can't wait to get started.
Well, I know the blush has been holding up on the truck phenomenally. Every time it rains or I wash the truck, it just beads right off, and it's just something to stare at. It's great. Yep. So I can't wait to see what this does for the wheels. Like I said, this is a powder coat, they said, on these wheels. Okay. So I definitely don't want to get them damaged or anything, so I want to get these things protected. If you didn't use that one here, and you were just someone who just had a matte black wheel and just washed it, what's the best way? Is there a certain cleaner or anything that you would use on a matte black wheel as opposed to gloss?
I would suggest, as far as cleaners, if you really need some strong cleaning power, either a non-acid wheel cleaner, a more alkaline, low pH cleaner, or a wheel acid. They both give you very strong cleaning power. The more alkaline cleaner is more like a syrup consistency, so it's gonna sort of sit there and eat at those contaminants for longer. So you have a bit more working time there, whereas a wheel acid, you're sort of on a time crunch, if you will.
All right, so basically, long story short, regular maintenance is going to be key to a matte black wheel.
Yes.
Wash them on the regular.
The
don't
TLDR
let them sit.
here is, yes.
So, all right, so guys, long story short, make sure you clean your wheels on the regular. Protect it, as Nick had suggested, with whatever chemicals or products that you prefer to use. Just make sure you're careful in choosing them. And that being said, what's the first step to prepping this wheel?
The first step is gonna be to do a prep wipe, whether you use glass cleaner or you use a mix of alcohol and distilled water, which in this case, I am gonna mix 91% isopropyl alcohol and roughly the same amount distilled water in my mobile wash container here. And we're just gonna wipe the wheel free of any excess grease, handprints, dust, anything that would impede this coating from getting the best adhesion to the surface.
All right, let's get to it.
I'm just gonna wipe away. Wipe away any of this grease that they put on here to sort of help you get the best bead. And like I had mentioned to you a week or two ago, Kevin, it's actually best practice to, even if you already have tires mounted on wheels that you are planning on ceramic coating, it is best practice to not go too far into this edge here so that whenever you need tires again, the bead will actually stick. Essentially, you don't want to go past this very edge right here, just so the grease, one, has a place to lay, and then two, the tire has a place to actually bead properly and hold. Not that I've had issues with it before in my experience, but you know, having installed wheel coatings before, it was actually a precautionary warning from a wheel and tire shop. They said, hey, just, you know, be careful around the edge so we don't have any issues with the bead seating. So it's something I've just always been wary of, no matter what kind of wheel I'm working on, whether it's already on the car and used or it's brand new like this.
All right, guys, random trivia question for you. Nick and I were talking about this before we started filming. Do you know what the red dot and the yellow dot are on the tire when they mount and balance your tires? I'll give you the answer later, but I want you to put it in the comments now. I felt stupid enough not to know what that was until the other day. So we'll talk about that one later.
Before I open this, I like to mark when this was new, like when I got it, and when I opened it. So just a good habit to know, you know, how much longer the shelf life is of your coating, because once it's exposed to oxygen in the atmosphere, it's typically only good for like 6 months to a year after you open it. So
you're saying that compound I've had in the closet for 3 or 4 years isn't any more good?
Well, admittedly, I have a couple bottles of product, compound and polish, that I've had since late 2021, so about 4 years. And, you know, of course, kept inside right around room temperature year round is preferable and better for them. But I've used a few of them ever since then, and they still do the job just fine. You know, obviously like shake them and things every once in a while, but like compounds and polishes and things, usually they last a bit longer. Of course, you know, with correct temperature, but yeah, just a little tidbit, something I like to do, helps make your job easier. Any documentation that you can do to make your life easier is only to your benefit. Now, since this is a new applicator pad, obviously it's dry, so we have to essentially prime it before we start. So we're gonna put a little bit more of this wheel coating on initially than we would once it has been primed. Say about that, about like 10 to 12, maybe 15 drops. I don't know, maybe not 15, maybe 12. And I always like to put my cap back on, one, so I don't spill it, and it's just exposed to oxygen for less amount of time. So I also sort of like to just plan where I'm gonna coat. So I'm not gonna try to coat this whole thing at one time. I'm gonna go around the outside here. I'm gonna go sort of into these inner channels first. We'll wipe it off, and then I'll do the face, and then we'll do the hub here. And we'll sort of go back around to spread it as much as we can.
Now, while you're doing that, does this change the sheen of the tire, or I'm sorry, the wheel at all?
No, it does not make it. I mean, it will make it a little bit richer of a black, but it's not gonna get rid of that, you know, that matte finish that, you know, you purchased the wheel for in the first place. So yeah, it's basically just gonna add a nice, good, clear layer of protection on here for you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something a lot of people are concerned about. That was a concern of mine too, until I started looking into it. You know, you buy a matte black wheel because you like the finish, you don't want to turn it gloss black.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to turn it gloss black. Getting it in these little channels is a little challenging, but if you have to work in smaller areas, you know, nothing wrong with that. In these pockets here. We'll try not to get it on the outside just for good workmanship. You don't want to make more work for yourself than you have to.
Yeah, so the wheel still looks the exact matte finish as when you started.
Yep. And granted, we only did about half of it. And now I'm just sort of going back and wiping out all these little insignias here. One quick wipe back here. Make sure, because matte, when you when you miss a spot, it'll be like super duper obvious. So yeah, I want to make sure we get you the best finish on these wheels possible. The face, and we're gonna do these sort of inner pockets, and then we'll do all this.
All right, so while Nick's working on that center cap, we want to address the dots that we talked about earlier. So if you're curious of what the installers put that on for, is the red dot is the heaviest point of the tire, and the yellow dot is the lightest point. So it helps them when they put on the weights to balance out the tire and better. As you can see there through the spoke there, there's more weights on that side than there are on this side, so that helps balancing. Didn't know that. Kind of feel dumb, but now I know.
Hey, I didn't need it.
Now everybody knows.
You know, everything looks good. I didn't miss any spots here. All these nice crevices right here look nice and dry. We don't want to leave anything behind. And it's also important, if you say you're wiping with this end of the towel and this end is just loosey-goosey out here, if you're wiping over here and you've used this towel for a bit, and these ends naturally have a little bit of product on them. So it'll be very obvious on a matte finish wheel like this. If you're wiping and this end is like smacking parts of the wheel out here, you can actually leave, you know, like marks of coating, high spots of coating in your wheel. So one, it's always good to, you know, only like wipe with the part of the towel that you need. But if you do leave a high spot by chance, just always double and triple check your work if you need to, you know, and then just go in with your towel and, you know, wipe it up as you need to. But in this case, we look great, and we're ready to put it on the back. So we already wiped this with our alcohol and distilled water solution. So it's nice and clean, but, you know, always good to just double check, make sure you didn't pick up anything. And if you did, just a tiny bit of dust, we'll wipe it up. And we're gonna put coating on all the same. take my applicator in my sort of 4 fingers right here. I take my thumb and I sort of put it right along the edge so that you can see I'm about 1/8 inch. And I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna use my thumb as a guide, and I'm just gonna go all the way around. Like I said, we're gonna try to stay about 1/8 of an inch away. And then we'll just go down each of these, nice and carefully.
A few moments later.
All right, so we got this wheel all done. As you can see, it didn't change the sheen at all. I'm very happy about that. Now, we talked about earlier, how long do these have to sit before we have to put it back on the truck?
So it's recommended that, I mean, really, they could go on your truck as soon as this afternoon, as long as you avoid, it's recommended by Ammo NYC that you avoid water for 24 hours. Really, to answer your question, I'm sure you're eager to see what they look like on your
Very
truck.
much so.
Really, they could go on your truck like as soon as this afternoon. You know, if you feel more comfortable waiting 24 hours for the sake of like handprints and hand oils and things, unless you're wearing gloves, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. So I would say general rule of thumb, wait about 24 hours. And then, yeah, have at it, go out and drive it, enjoy it, take all the pictures.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of pictures.
Stand back and smile, because that's what it's about. And, you know, when it comes time to clean, you know, the real benefit is gonna come from just not having for you to work as hard to agitate them clean, or to not have to use such aggressive chemicals to get them looking like factory again. So protecting them right out of the box is the best, really the best case scenario. So.
All right, well, I am super excited. I'm glad that they are protected. It gives me a little bit of a peace of mind. And then, like you said, when you go to wash it, I won't have to work as hard, because nobody wants a dirty wheel, especially the barrels, because they're the hardest to get to. So hopefully this will work out. I'm super excited. I'm sure it will. And Nick and I are gonna bust the last 3 tires out, and hopefully this helped you guys out with some information on matte black wheels. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow Nick. All his information will be down in the description as well. Give him a call, and we'll see you in the next upload.
Yep, see ya.